What's going on? Training game against Luiz. We just spent the last hour and a half studying one of our games and also doing some tactics on our own, just to self study. But we're gonna play a training game, 15-minute game. And it's very funny because we played a blitz game earlier, and this is the exact line we came into. We both analyzed the game together, so we both know what we both know about this game. So it's gonna be a mental match of like, oh, what's gonna be different, what's gonna change, and let's see if he does anything differently. We both played the Grand Prix where we play e4 c5 knight c3 instead of knight f3, which will go into the open Sicilian. So we'll see. I'm playing e6 this time. And usually in the close Sicilian, you go g3, bishop b2, but he decided to go to play bishop c4 with the idea of stopping my d5 push. And I guess if I play a6, he's going to play h3, and then I'll play b5, and he's going to tuck his bishop to a2. But I'll get a lot of space on the queen side, which is very fine. I can also even play this early. Is that too soon? Is that too soon? And then, I mean, like, he can just develop normally. So yeah, that's a little too soon. a6, let's do it. Okay, so we saw that coming. We both talked about this before, so this is not new. Okay, if I play knight f6, then I want to play d5. Then what happens after e5? Okay, let's just play a standard setup then. Let's play, or maybe I can play this first to prepare d5, but he'll just play knight f3. All right. Huh. Let's actually let's play a more flexible move. I want to bring this knight in first though to castle. So the plan is this. Yeah, I think it's a mistake if he overextends. I was trying to calculate if he plays e5, then is that good on him? I think it's overextending too soon. I mean, if he ever pushes, I just exchange and bring my knight to d7, and then put pressure on the e pawn. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my setup, actually. If I can get in d5, that'd be really good. And we both look at lines in the Grand Prix where we push e5 early to have double c pawns, but in this variation, there's no c pawns that's going to be weak. So if he plays e5 here, it wouldn't be as effective. Actually, I don't think it'll be effective at all. Because I'll get a very comfortable position, which I already do have. But he goes into an open Sicilian now. He wants to play. Okay. I think I'm obliged to take. I'm obliged to take, and then play something like Queen C7. When he wants to get in some kind of push. Because if I just play this, then maybe this could work too. But let's have open C file so that I can also have an eye on this bishop. It's bishop on C4. Now he always does tricks where he sacrifices like this, but in this line I have protection. But there's many sacrifices where we play games together where you just take on e6 and then like 4 pieces, my king's not castled, and it'll be very bad for me. So let's see what he does here. This actually looks very even. I don't think white has got a strong advantage from the opening. Let's see. What are his moves? E5 can be played because it's protected too much. You could play a developing move to help his last piece into the game. He could maybe even bring his pieces here. He decides to go back. Interesting. So what if I take, and then play b6? Or if I play b6 first, he might take, and my queen in this place. I want my bishop to be on this diagonal. But it wouldn't be that bad. I think he wants to put his bishop here. Takes, e6. And then he doesn't have time for bishop f3, because I'll be bishop b7. But he can play e5, so I was thinking, takes. If I play b6, then he has time for f3, bishop f3. And then I'll be forced to play e5. If I don't, because if I play bishop b7, then he has e5. Oh, but it's not that bad actually. I can just take. I don't have to take the bishop. And after pawn takes, I even have like this move to attack the queen first and then bring my knight to d5. So let's do that. Let's take b6. I also have ideas of putting my bishop on f6. Oh, and then maybe playing g6, tucking it in to get that bishop active. I'm pretty solid here. When I was, just starting off in chess, I used to think that, like, I would play white all the time against this kind of setup. Like, oh, this is so passive, you know? But what I truly underappreciated back then was the structures of solid positions and having very few weaknesses and springing out later, putting my bishops on long diagonals. I super underappreciated that, and I thought it was underrated. Now, I actually prefer a lot of these solid setups as black. White overextends, and white tries to push and gain space, and black's very calm. Just, you play g4, h4, g5, and try to push, and I had many games where white just keeps pushing, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I did not see this move. Bishop e3, attacking this pawn. Oh, that's a good move, actually. But don't I have bishop b7? Because if you take, then take, at least I have this at the end. If I play bishop b7, you push, takes. I might even have this. So it looks like I can still play it now, but I might need to defend it later. Like, I could even possibly trade, but that's okay. Let's see what happens. I'd rather trade a central pawn or get a central pawn for one of my outside pawns. But I'm not sure how relevant that is in the middle slash end game because usually outside pass pawns are better. I mean, the 3-1 majority might destroy me, but um, my advantage would be that these two center pawns potentially making their way towards a queen. F5 is also on the horizon too. Opening the F file. If F5 possibly E5, and then it's very weakening. So he defends it. So if I play E5, then you take, right? Take. At least I have this at the end. But you can always get it back. So if I push here, you push, I bring it back. So if I push d5, you push, you close the position. I bring my knight to d7. And then you push g4. I can exchange pieces. Well, actually, my dark square bishop is very nice. Yeah, that wouldn't be that great. Maybe if I push here. Takes. Yeah, I'm losing that. So what if I just bring it back and re-maneuver my knight to a better square? Yeah, that's a good idea. So white has more space, but it's hard to crack. It's hard to crack. My bishop now even has a space to go here. Which actually would be very nice. I actually didn't see that move when I played knight d7, but I saw that move earlier, and I guess intuitively that's one of the themes of the Sicilian. Just putting pressure everywhere. Can I still go here? Maybe I can even play d5. Takes. Oops. No, I would isolate a pawn when I don't need to. So what if I play knight c5, then do I run into anything? Maybe I should play rook d1, d8 first. And if b4, then here. So rook d8 first, and then play knight c5. Next, yeah, I'll wait till knight d5, knight c5. There's no rush to play it just yet. Maybe even f5 I can even squeeze it in on e5. So keep it flexible. I was going to be worried about this e5 push, but luckily I can just capture this bishop. And if you capture back... Oh, wait a minute, does it work? Wait a minute, oh shoot, did I run into the problem already? Push? No, I mean, worst case I can just push here. But push takes, check, queen here, right? And if you take, then I take back. So everything's fine. I think even if you push here, I don't even have to take the bishop. I can probably just capture here. And it'll be very good to have this rook pinned to the queen. So e5 is not a threat. Okay, rook d8. Rook, queen d2. Okay. I'm trying to think of my next move, because I can play d5, but it's not ready. I could just continue with my plan. So I'm still putting pressure on this pawn, but I'm not sure what the plan is after this. What is the plan after this? Like, if he does nothing, what do I do? Maybe bring my bishop here as planned. Remove the defender and then win this pawn. That could be an option. Yeah, this is pretty good. I feel like both sides are very balanced, and both sides are playable. I mean, I would play as white and black. I mean, like, what is white's plan? Huh. Queen f2 with the plan to go here. Okay. Oh, do you want to... if I go f6, do you want to trade? Is that what's happening? Interesting. I think you want to bring the queen to g3. Alright, let's put this bishop on a nice square. But after this, do I want to trade? Or how else can I put pressure on this pawn? Not sure. Alright. And if bishop to d... oh, we saw that coming. Okay. I mean, do I just win a pawn here? Yeah, I just win a pawn. And then I had no targets here on my king side. I think he missed this. I'm going to capture on e4, and then I'm going to capture on c3. And then if you capture back, I think I might even capture with the knight. Okay, is he thinking about capturing here? If you capture there, what pawn should I take back with? I think taking back with the d pawn would leave things very equal, but taking back with the b pawn might leave me with the problem. If you take, actually. No, if I take this way, his pawn's a double. And actually, this pawn is hanging. So let's take here. It's obvious. This pawn's hanging. So that should be the only thing I should be looking at. And he has to take back. Then I just take here. I even have a threat of taking. Actually, yeah. Actually, I can't take because of this weak pawn on f7. But possibly taking first and then taking here could work. See, solid position, no weaknesses. You don't do anything fancy. You, you wait for white to overextend, and then Yeah, this happens. So G4. Oh, interesting. This loses, no? Oh, you. Oh, I see. You take with check first. Wait, this loses instantly. Takes. Oops. Takes. 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 Check. Block. Takes. 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 Check. With check. And then you win this pawn. If I take first, then you can take my queen. So let's take here. I think he realizes this now. So, yeah. Rook takes, takes, takes. And do you block with the bishop? But I check you here, so this is a losing endgame. Alright. So the key to winning this endgame is just keep your pawns all on dark squares. Move your king as far as possible and then infiltrate. I still gotta be precise, but this should be an easy win. Let's move my king up. That's very bad, actually, because this is very bad. At least it gives me a target. And also this bishop's gonna get trapped. Right? So here, here. No, I mean, I can't trap it just yet, but I don't need to worry about trapping it. If I go here, then he goes here, right? But my bishop can come harass him. And then I can even push my pawn. Yeah, he's a passive bishop, and this should be an easy win. This bishop is very, it's trapped now. So all I gotta do is just push these pawns and then it's game over. Why risk it, right? What's the best way to win this? Let's just get two connected pass pawns, and then we can get on going. If you push, then it's a target, and you can't defend it. Attacking both of these pawns. So because it's the same color bishop, this should be an easy win. If I lose this, I'll be really sad. So he's preventing me from playing d5. Should I just go closer? This is my plan. My plan is very simple, and all these squares are locked for the king, so the king can't actually penetrate. Good game, Luiz. Good game. We've been studying for a while, so I'm gonna just tell him that. Hey. I just told him that. We'll talk to him later. Have a good one. And let's analyze this game. Let's see what went wrong. I think G4 was the moment where you just lost a pawn. But I think if you just kept the pressure, just kept the game going, I think it still wasn't easy to win. Like it would, you have to do some maneuvering, you know? Alright, I'm just looking at my screen to make sure the analysis board is set up tight. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to input this into my study and then zoom in again. So I have League Chess training games. Alright, let's make this a little smaller for you. Alright, thank you for bearing with me. Almost done. Almost done. Alright, perfect. Alright, perfect. Okay, let's look at the opening. So bishop c4, I don't think that's a... yeah, that's not the most common move. I think he's trying to throw me off because I know the Grand Prix and I play it. So knight c6 or a6 looks like the most common moves. I play a6. Oh, look at the win rate on this. Because the reason why the win rate is so high, I believe, is this bishop is going to be misplaced. Usually if the pawns are on e6 and a6, this bishop belongs on g2. Because there's no room for this bishop anymore. So yeah, 16 masters have tried a4, and look at the win rate on this. It's pretty nuts. So knight c6 was the better move, it looks like, because you prevent e4. What did I play? I just played d6 to prevent e4. It's also playable, but let's see actually knight c6, knight c6, knight f3, knight f6. And what if you play e5 here? I guess it doesn't matter that much, because you can just play knight g4. Oops. And if queen f2 or queen e2, and you just pile up the attack, and you actually lose the pawn. Oh wow. So you just lose a pawn there. So I guess I shouldn't have been afraid of e5, because e5 can always be met with knight g4. So instead, well, it's really good to know. I played d6, f4, knight f6, knight f3, bishop e7, castles, knight c6. Okay, I was waiting to see if any other games been played here. So e5 has been played here, which is fine, but it's not a huge threat. So king h1. Okay, I'm gonna stop the Open Explorer here, and let's take a look. Let's take a look. He transposes to the Open Sicilian. So let's actually take a look at the games here. So there's been many games here, and d5 has been played 4 times, which is probably the best move. So why d5? d5, e takes d5, e takes d5. And then bishop, let's say b3. Usually when black can get in d5 in the Sicilian, it's usually a good sign. I just thought this is an isolated pawn that I didn't really need to let white have. But it's playable, like it's a strong pawn, it's controlling the center. Okay. Queen c7, bishop e2, interesting. Other moves are f5 and bishop a2. f5 is thematic in the Grand Prix. So let's see what happens here. So in this game, knight takes, queen takes, bishop d7. Oh, look at this pressure for white. Rook a8, bishop b3, queen c5, queen d3. Yeah, this looks good for white, but it's not over. It's very solid for black. Okay, we'll just go back to bishop e2. I'm gonna close the Open Explorer, and I took the knight here in order to play b6. Tactically, this works out. in the game, if he took, it will look something like this, and looked very pleasant for black. Actually, this could run into trouble, but maybe d5 could stop it. But I think to avoid all that, no, I think that still works, because bishop takes would not be. You don't want to give it your bishop. I think you would play d5 here, and then just win a pawn. Yeah, this looks good. All right, bishop f3. Okay, so we're here. Bishop b7. Bishop f3 was played to neutralize the attack, and then I played knight d7 to just prevent any, or to protect b6 and also just prevent annoying targets on b5. Alright, queen d2, knight c5, and here was where, right here, g4, here was where he just lost the pawn. And then after this, everything just came apart. And then he wanted to trade queens, but he didn't see this variation where at the very end, this is the endgame. And you simplify to win an endgame. So before you do all that, you have to make sure that it works, right? So right when we play bishop g2, you want to calculate very concretely, because you're changing a huge dynamic if you trade the queens, or if you trade pieces. And if you want to simplify, does it give you an advantage? Does it help you, or does it hurt you? In this case, it was very clear that it helped, because this winning endgame was, you're up 3 pawns, and your pawns are all connected with same color bishop. So this is a winning endgame. Let's actually go back now and see the engine. Let's compare my notes with the engine and see what went wrong. Let's go in the middle game. Yeah, d5 was the most popular play in the master games, but I didn't play it. I played queen c7. So, okay. Computer prefers white by points. Oh, actually no, it's even now. d5 is still being played, but I played b6 instead. Bishop e3, bishop e7. Yeah, this is all very even. Knight d7 was the top move for the computer. Rook a1 was top move. And here, they both wanted me to play rook a8 or rook f8, but instead I played rook d8. Why is that bad? Because of f5? I didn't see why this was so bad. Oh, you take the pawn? Okay, what if I don't do that? What if I go here? You take this pawn? Interesting. Because now tactics don't work. But why does that matter? Why does that work if it's rook f8? Because if f5, he still played f5. Can't you still take? The difference here is that I have knight c4. Okay, you move your bishop away. e5, bishop f2, and then you win a pawn. Oh, you win a pawn and this knight's attacked. Okay, that's a little out of my scope. Wow. Okay, rook c8. Good move. Rook. Okay, so I gotta expect f5. He didn't play f5. He played queen d2 to maneuver. I played my knight out. They still like. Oh, they like a king h8. That's fine. So f5 is still strong. And then I played here. So a5 is slightly better, but okay. g4, yeah, this g4 lost. You just saw it went from like even. It was even all 17 moves, maybe plus or minus like 0.8, and then right here, just tactically, this loses. Yeah, I think better, it seems like, was bishop e1, but or queen e2. That's kind of strange to play, because I'm also threatening this, and unhuman-like. To just, well, maybe it's not. You're attacking the pawn. But to kill up the cis pawn, you know? And then allow check, it seems strange. So, I'm going to turn off the engine now. But good game. Good game. He got the better of me last time, so I'm glad I got, got back. He tried to trick me with bishop c4 with a new variation that I don't see very often, but I just know that this bishop has no home. And it kind of went back, the bishop kind of went back in a way too. So it didn't need to go to c4. Yeah, I thought if you go to c4, you would have to go back this way. But you want to keep a wall and keep this bishop from being strong. Yeah, if you guys play the Grand Prix, this is one way to play against it, and things you should be aware about. Hope you learned a lot. Hope you learned about also the simplification. That was important to whether or not you should trade. And after a simple calculation, like I didn't have to look too deeper into that variation to know that it was a winning endgame. So yeah, that's the training game. Chess Transparency. Thanks for watching. See you in the next training game and see you next tactics. Take care.